Hello and welcome to another SH Figuarts review. Today we're looking at Kamen Rider Paradox Perfect Knockout Gamer level 99. This is of course another rider from Kamen Rider X8, and this is pretty awesome. He's one of the main characters. I don't like his knockout fighter and perfect puzzle forms, but combined together I really do dig this design, and I think the design is captured quite nicely here in figure form. Starting with the head there, the sculpt is pretty awesome. The metallic blue and metallic red spikes on his head are actually two different pieces of plastic that they put together, making it really easy for them to paint it properly and not have, incorrect spray lines here or there, although there's a little bit of missing spray paint just on the tip there, which is not too noticeable from the front. The head sculpt is pretty excellent. Now, a lot of people don't like the Figuarts way of dealing with the cartoony sort of video game eyes. I'm okay with it because I can still somewhat see the compound eye effect underneath, and if I do want to have a glow and stuff like that to make it really shiny, I tend to just do that in Photoshop afterwards, so I'm not too bothered. But a lot of people find the eyes slightly in a goofy position and that the compounding effect is too dark or unnoticeable because the plastic there is a little bit too thick. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to bother, but some people have used hair dryers to melt the glue around the faceplate, remove that, and print out the supposedly better eye on a piece of paper and just slip it in there. But of course that means you do lose the compound eye effect, which I don't want to do that. So I probably recommend, if you had a little bit extra skill, is to print out decals and just cut out the white eye area, and you use paint thinner to remove the original print, and then just cut your own shape of it, and maybe the compound eye effects will still show and the eye white area will look a bit better. That's up to you, whatever. The back of the helmet also looks quite nice. This is not something you really notice in the show, so I don't personally remember or know what exactly it looks like until looking at it now. You can still see the bird shape from the knockout fighter, and there's the pattern there, so that's kind of nice. So yeah, head sculpt overall, I'm quite pleased with it. Do be careful with these sharp edges made out of hard plastic. You don't want to snap it or make it blunt, and you don't want to stab yourself with it. At the torso, the first thing you probably notice is the window there for the video game life stats and bars and all that. And the piece of paper there is okay. Of course, he is at full power. It's not stuck on there incorrectly or anything, or slanted, so that's great. It's been applied pretty well. And the transparent piece of plastic there is okay. It is a little dark for my taste. I wonder if they could have printed a slightly brighter color, but it's mostly nitpicked there. I'm honestly not too bad at all. Now, problems with the torso that I do have is some of the paint marks there being smudged or just scratched off, or just with a lot of metallic paint, it's quite easy for them to get stuck on something, and I suppose that happened sometime before you even opened the package, so that kind of sucks. Fortunately, this big gusher does hide it for the most part, but yeah, that's really annoying that happened. The rest of the torso does look pretty good. I really like the blue and red metallic coloring here. I like it more than Kamen Rider Build's paint job. It's got a slightly different shine. It's a little bit slightly glossier than the Build's red and blue colors, and I dig it a lot. The little bit of gold here is also quite nice. I don't like things that are completely gold. I find that really ugly, but gold is a nice color to complement other colors, so I think it looks pretty good there as well. Same as on the back. Now obviously you have a big circle chunk there, which is quite distracting, like some sort of backpack, and no, it doesn't have any function, of course. It's the Figuarts version. But it's okay, it's alright. I don't bother too much. I prefer looking at the figure from the front though. Only detail on the arms there are also quite nice. You got the flamey pattern there on both arms, that's quite good. And of course the lower arm is very similar to the X8 Riders, that's great too. The piece of his robe is made out of a soft rubbery plastic and gets out the way during articulation. Gets the job done, and it is actually painted underneath, and the gold around there is decently done, and of course the pattern and the red there looks really good. The two side pieces of the robe are made out of hard plastic that are on a joint, so that's okay. It gets out the way. It doesn't look like hard plastic, but I still would have preferred if it was the same material as the soft material there, just because I don't know, I just think robes should be made out of soft material. The paint job on the flaming mold there is quite nice, so I'm okay with that, and it doesn't look like hard plastic, so for the most part it's more of a nitpick. I just prefer soft plastic, but what we got here isn't bad at all. And you see they didn't get lazy with any of the molding details on the legs right there. of the X8 riders, the feet shape is a little bit goofy, but not too noticeable with this paint combination. So overall it gets the job done and looks pretty well. And here's a quick look at the bottom of the shoe so you can see the pattern. Moving on to the belt buckle, the gamer driver, it is for the most part the same as all the other X8 riders, so you know what to expect there. The handlebar does move, the belt itself is not attached to the figure, that's great, so you can replace it or remove it if you want to. And of course the gashot is removable, that can be plugged onto his accessory, of course. And this one sticker applied there, the center sticker is also applied quite well. The sticker on the gashot itself does have the pattern there, but it's not as detailed as I would like it to be. Same goes with the side of the gashot, which is missing any sort of sticker or detailing at all. Goes the same for all of the gashots. They're missing side detail and also missing the detail where you have the little name. That I can forgive, but I still would have wished they just paint a little bit of black on there just to give it some detail, but whatever. It's a shame. This stick on the side missing is a really big issue. Also, this bit doesn't turn for the gashot. I know he doesn't do that in this form, but how hard would it be? I mean, it's two pieces of molded plastic anyway. Just make it a peg so I can turn it for other reasons, like posing or photo shoots or whatever. But no, it's permanently glued down, so that sucks. The paint details on the gashot holder is also pretty good and quite nice. However, the sticker is applied slightly slanted, which is very annoying. So if that happens to you, don't get your fingernails or anything like that to peel it off. What you want to do is get a backing sheet of another sticker, you know, the oily, glossy side of the backing sheet, after you peel a sticker off it, and try to slide it underneath between the sticker and the plastic, and hopefully you can get it all the way in, adjust the position of the sticker, and then slide it back out. You know, just push it down to make sure it sticks back to the plastic. Instructions are fairly easy to follow, telling you what hands you have. Instructions are also fairly easy to follow, telling you what you get inside the packet and the functions of the accessory, as well as the ball peg of the side robes, which is useful, I guess. Accessory wise, apart from the fist already attached to the figure, you also have two relaxed hands, a pair of button pushing or really spray open hands, and a pair of item holding hands. In this case, pretty much aside from hands, the only accessory we get is his sort of gun axe weapon. So yeah, looking at here, the gun axe thing does look really good. Paint job is really nice, really sharp. No smudges anywhere whatsoever. Looks really great. And if you want to turn to gun mode, just flip that around. And I like that when you do flip this around, there's a nice click there. So it won't get loose or just spin into an odd direction randomly. It will always click into either gun or axe mode, and I think that looks really good. Blue side's also very nice. You can see this blue pattern here also printed very nicely. And of course, you on the other side you do have the gashot holder. Make sure you unplug that from the belt, because this one is a thicker gashot, uses two pegs instead of one. It actually stays in there very securely. The slots in the weapon itself, as well as the gashot pegs, are shaped slightly differently on each side, meaning that even if you don't have the instructions, you still won't plug it in the wrong way around, because it only plugs in one way. Just an easy indicator if you forget which way you're supposed to plug it in. Articulation wise, got a double neck joint, but he is a little bit limited due to the shape of his head, but still you still get quite a lot of articulation from that. So full rotation here as well. Shoulder pads are attached to the arm itself, so they can move down. There's a little bit of a ball peg, and there is a little bit of a ball peg and a hinge inside there, so that's kind of cool. Hey look, he's got a new form. So yeah, you got the double socket arm joint like all Figuarts do, so that's got quite a nice movement there. Arm can go up quite far up, and full rotation here, rotation, upper arm rotation here. Got the double elbow joint, which I think is a little bit limited compared to other figures. Yeah, can go so far. And it goes hands on the ball pegs on the little swivel joint. It's also got the double joints back. Oh, that's quite far back despite having a large circle chunk on his back. And it also goes forward. This one's definitely limited because of the shape of the gashot and his armor. Oh well. Leg can go up, back. It's got the newer type of Figuarts joints, just like Kamen Double, for example. sideways. Oh, they actually put an extra joint in there. That's kind of cool. Yep, they actually put that extra joint in the upper leg hip area because they know that this piece will get in the way. So that's nice that they've done that. Forward, back, double knee joints. Very well done. In fact, most of the leg joint from here is the same as any other sort of X8 rider. Toe joint, sideways foot. And here's a look at the bottom of the feet. Now what I don't like about this figure down here is that this is a soft material, that's fine, but the side waist capes here, these are made out of hard plastic, so doesn't ruin the look at all. It looks really nice. I just wish it was soft plastic just to give it a little bit more give. Oh well. Kamen Rider X8 was a pretty well written show for a Rider series. Almost all the characters feel somewhat essential because they're all proper characters. So yeah, I'd probably like to collect at least one figure for each character, and I think this one's a good choice to get. This is him in his final form, and yet he's not, you know, the overpowered character with all these crazy bits all over him. I think there's a good balance between a complete form as well as being quite powerful and not too many gimmicks all over the place. The suit looks great, looks nice, the colors are sharp, the actual posing of the figure is pretty good as well, the joints are decent, has good clutch, swapping hands is pretty easy, and while he technically only has one piece of accessory, it does feel complete because this is the accessory he's supposed to have. He doesn't feel like he's missing anything. So overall I think this is a really high quality figure. He can stand quite well, that's great. And if you like this character, this Figuarts is definitely recommended. Now, unfortunately, if you didn't pre-order him, his price has shot up a little bit in the aftermarket. So if the price is okay for you, this is a really nice figure and you won't be disappointed when you get it. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video of Kamen Rider Paradox, let me know in the comments below. If you didn't like it, let me know as well. Like, dislike buttons and leave comments. And do you have any of the other X8 Figuarts that you like? Let me know in the comments below as well. Or perhaps you have the kitty version, and how do you feel about that versus the Figuarts version? That one I know at least is a lot cheaper. And also I'm changing up the review style of figures just a little bit on this channel, so hopefully you enjoy this format. Leave a comment below on if you prefer this or the older version, or what else I can improve on these videos. I definitely want to keep improving and hopefully get more people to watch these videos, as well as making these videos more useful for the viewer in general. As always, you can support this channel by clicking the like button and sharing this video with others, as well as watching the video with ad block turned off. You can also head over to Patreon and support me that way if you think this channel deserves it. As always, take care, have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon. See you next game.